Be me. Anon, 28. Marketing department in mid-sized company. Quiet guy, does my job, drinks too much coffee, dreams of quitting to start a sandwich truck. Enter Catherine, new hire, transfer from HQ. Smart, confident, way too pretty to work here. Everyone loves her instantly, except me. Why? Because first day she took my mug from the kitchen. My mug that says world's okayest employee. She just smirks. Oh, it was clean. You weren't using it. First blood drawn. Next day I put a post-it. Reserved for Anon. She writes underneath, possession is 9/10 of caffeine law. HR thinks it's funny. I'm plotting revenge. Revenge equals simple. I hide her favorite pen, the one she guards like it's a holy relic. Watch her lose her mind looking for it. She eventually finds it in the fridge. Don't ask. Me, wow, maybe you should label your stuff. Her, maybe you should grow up. Office population, oof. Week 2, we're forced to share a printer. I print 10 pages of reports. She prints 200-page proposal right before mine. Printer jams. She looks at me. Did you touch it? Me. No, but I might now. War escalates. Week dry. She changes the thermostat to 19 degrees Celsius, says it keeps me focused. I bring hoodie and turn it to 24 degrees Celsius when she's not looking. She retaliates by changing my desktop wallpaper to a picture of a crying cat that says overheated. HR sends us both communication and cooperation email. We print it out and use it as dartboard. Lunchtime chaos. I microwave leftover spaghetti. She accidentally reheats fish. Whole office smells like Poseidon's revenge. I gag dramatically. Didn't know we were doing biological warfare. Didn't know you were so sensitive. I swear she smiles when she says it. Every meeting equals battlefield. I propose marketing strategy, and she finds the one flaw. That's not scalable long term. Boss nods. Good point. Me internally screaming. So next meeting, I interrupt her slide deck. You're missing ROI data for Q3. Boss nods again. Revenge achieved. Coworkers start betting on who will snap first. Anon or Catherine. Office deathmatch. One Friday afternoon, she accidentally spills coffee near my keyboard. I say, that's okay, accidents happen. But I replace her office chair with the squeaky one from storage. Every time she shifts, it sounds like a dying duck. The joy it brings me equals immeasurable. Weeks pass. HR schedules team building workshop. Boss says we're partners for project. Basically says, play nice or die trying. Our faces and everyone else, and that's how I realized. My personal nightmare is sharing a project deadline. With the woman who weaponizes sarcasm in coffee cups. War is officially declared. Day 1 of project. I show up with organized notes. She shows up with 500 slide deck titled Vision 2.0. Me, we don't need 500 slides. Her, you just don't understand innovation. Okay? She hogs whiteboard, draws big flow charts, uses too many arrows, circles, words like synergy. Her handwriting looks like an alien language. I erase one arrow to fix her logic. She gasps, "Did you just erase my arrow?" It was pointing nowhere. It was metaphorical. HR from 2 rooms away hears the yelling. Break time, I bring donuts. She takes last chocolate one. You don't even like chocolate, I say. I do now, she smirks. Enemy of the state, later that week. Boss asks us to travel to client site together. 1 hotel room accidentally booked instead of 2. Receptionist says only 1 left. She glares. If you snore, I'm suffocating you with a pillow. Me, noted. Presentation prep night. We sit on opposite sides of bed working on laptops. She steals the only power outlet. I crawl under table to unplug her charger, accidentally. She throws pillow at me. Hits lamp, lamp dies instantly. Me, see? Violence doesn't solve anything. Her, you're about to find out it does. 3 a.m. We're still awake arguing over fonts. She insists, Helvetica is modern. I say Arial looks cleaner. She says you're wrong. I say you're controlling. She says you're infuriating. Then silence. Long silence. Too long. She sighs. We're gonna kill each other before this project ends. At least it'll be a team effort. She actually laughs. Next day, presentation day. Client loves it. Our ideas merge perfectly somehow. Boss. See, I knew you two would work well together. We smile through clenched teeth, but secretly kind of proud. On flight home, she falls asleep on my shoulder accidentally. Me freezes like statue. Don't move, don't breathe. She wakes up halfway through, mutters, "You make a surprisingly comfortable pillow." Then goes back to sleep. Heart stopped working. Back at office Monday. Coworkers clap for us. "Dream team," someone says. She rolls her eyes but smiles. I catch it, for the first time since this war started. I realize maybe, just maybe, I don't hate her anymore, which is terrifying. Monday morning, she puts salt instead of sugar in my coffee. I take a sip and nearly ascend. Look over. She's pretending to type, but obviously watching. Me, "You're a terrible person." Her, "You needed electrolytes." My revenge equals legendary. Replace her pen ink with disappearing one. She writes a full paragraph on report. Looks back, blank page. I swear I wrote something. Me, "Maybe it's ghostwriting." HR walks by right then. We both look innocent. Inside we're dying laughing. But things are different lately. She brings me coffee sometimes by mistake. We eat lunch together under excuse of team bonding. Half the office whispering now. Are they dating or plotting murder? Correct answer, both. Team lunch one day. I save her from choking on spicy wings. Pat her back, hand her water. She gasps, teary eyes. "You trying to kill me?" "Only professionally." She laughs so hard she snorts. Everyone at table stares. Me, "Didn't happen." Her, "Shut up." Later that week, she helps me with presentation, stays after hours, brings snacks, sits next to me. We argue about fonts again, but this time it's playful. She doodles on my notes, draws a tiny stick man saying, "Nerd." Me, "That's defamation." Her, "That's accuracy." Thursday, I hide her mouse under paper stack. She retaliates by switching my keyboard layout to Dvorak. Takes me 10 minutes to type, "You're evil." She leaves a sticky note. Adapt or perish. God, I hate how much I'm smiling. Friday, boss says we'll represent department at company dinner. Her, "Try not to embarrass me." Me, "I'll do my best, but no promises." She rolls eyes, hides smile again. On the way out, she casually says, "You're not as bad as I thought, Anon." I grin. "You're still worse than I hoped." She laughs, punches my arm lightly. Somewhere between sabotaging each other and late-night teamwork, we stopped being enemies and started being something else, something dangerously close to friends, or worse, something I can't admit yet. Company sends email, annual performance dinner, mandatory attendance. Groans across office. Boss says, Anon and Catherine will handle the year-end report slides. Me, "So you want a civil war before dessert?" He laughs. He's not joking. Start working on report together. Something weird happens. No insults, no sabotage, just cooperation. She makes charts, I handle data. Our rhythm's scarily smooth. She hums quietly while typing. Sounds nice, like background music to my mental breakdown. During break, she brings coffee for both of us. "Peace offering," she says. "You sure it's not poisoned?" "Not yet." We both laugh like idiots. By Wednesday, our jokes aren't barbed anymore, just teasing, like we forgot we were supposed to hate each other. I start noticing little things. How she bites pen cap when thinking. How she tucks hair behind ear before speaking. How she smiles when she's proud of her work. Friday night, report done. Corporate dinner tomorrow. We test slides together in conference room. Dim lights, quiet. Her laptop screen glow hits her face just right. I say, "You look different when you're not plotting my demise." She grins. "That's because I'm planning something bigger." Flirt detected, system error. Next evening, corporate dinner. She walks in wearing black dress, subtle jewelry. Entire office goes silent for 0.3 seconds. Me, "Wow," she smirks. "Careful, you're staring." "It's for quality control." Sure it is. We present together. Our report kills. Applause, high praise, bonus rumors. Boss pats both our backs. Coworker whispers, "Power couple." She laughs. I almost choke on champagne. Dinner turns into drinks. She sits next to me, too close. Every time she leans to whisper a joke, I forget how to breathe properly. We laugh a lot, like too much for enemies. by the end of the night. She bumps my shoulder. You know, we make a pretty good team. Didn't think I'd hear that from you. Don't get used to it. Pause. But maybe we should try being nice. Just for once. I grin. We can test that theory over another drink. She rolls eyes but doesn't say no. Boss assigns us the annual report. Company's biggest document of the year. 2 weeks of late nights, charts, and passive-aggressive snacks. We start working after hours. She shows up in hoodie, hair in a bun, no makeup. Looks unfairly good. I'm doomed. We divide tasks. She handles design. I handle numbers. Every so often we argue over wording. Innovative synergy? What does that even mean? It means it sounds smart. It means it's meaningless. She laughs. Then you fix it, Mr. Meaningful. Our desks turn into chaos. Coffee cups, sticky notes, half-eaten snacks everywhere. We start bringing each other food. She gets me burritos, I get her energy drinks. Coworkers start calling us Team Caffeine. Not wrong. Day before the dinner, we print final draft. Realize we actually killed it. Like best report companies ever had. We high-five, but it lingers a bit too long. Awkward silence. She clears throat, says, "Don't let it go to your head." Me. Too late. Next night, corporate dinner. We arrived together by accident. As in, we both left at the same time and somehow walked side by side. HR lady sees us. "Aw, you two look great together." Catherine. "We're just co-workers." Me. "For now." She kicks me under the table. Everyone praises our work. Boss says, "You two should do more projects together." Her. "Please no." Me. "Please yes." The entire table laughs. Later, music starts. People dancing. Catherine sitting out with a glass of wine. I offer hand jokingly. "Come on, prove you can cooperate on the dance floor." She rolls eyes, stands up anyway. We dance. Too close, too long. She smells like something expensive and dangerous. She leans closer. "You're not as bad as I thought." "You're way worse than I expected." She smiles, real one. Everyone in office placing bets on when we'll hook up. HR pretending not to notice. We keep hanging out for work. Coffee runs, late night reports, lunch breaks together. She keeps insisting it's purely professional. Sure. Friday night, we stay late again. Everyone gone, office empty, city lights outside. We're laughing about something dumb. I spilled coffee on presentation last month. She's sitting on my desk, swinging legs, smiling. I catch myself staring a little too long. She notices. "What? Nothing. You're just less terrifying when you smile." "Careful, I might start being nice." "Dangerous game?" Silence. Not awkward, just heavy. Like both thinking the same thing. Finally, I just say it. "We should go out sometime." Her eyebrows go up. "Like, out? Like dinner, with less spreadsheets." She grins. "You're asking your rival on a date?" "I'm asking the woman who beat me at every argument I ever had." Pause. She looks at me, smirks. "Fine, but if it's bad, I'm reporting you to HR." Deal. Fast forward, Saturday night. Restaurant, warm lighting, her in red dress. Me trying not to visibly short-circuit. Conversation flows easily. Turns out she's funny, thoughtful, and softer than she ever let on. At one point she leans in. "You're different outside the office. You're scarier outside the office." I'll take that as a compliment. Dinner turns into drinks. Drinks turn into walk home. City quiet, our steps in sync. She laughs at one of my dumb jokes and stops walking. "You know, I can't believe I used to hate you." "You still kinda do." "Yeah, but now it's confusing." We stop under streetlight. She looks at me, really looks, then just says softly, "Screw it," leans in and kisses me. And just like that. Years of petty wars, stolen coffee, and sarcastic notes collapse into one perfect moment when she pulls back. She whispers, "Guess we're officially breaking HR policy now." Me, worth it. And from that night on, we weren't enemies anymore. We were something much worse for productivity. We're supposed to be just co-workers at work. Unofficial office rule, don't date where you spreadsheet. Official HR rule, don't date Catherine. We agree to keep things secret. Easy, right? Just act normal, which would be fine. If Catherine didn't look at me like that during meetings. Monday morning, First test of stealth mode. She walks past my desk, accidentally brushes my shoulder. I choke on coffee. Coworker Dave. You good, bro? Me. Yeah, just caffeine excitement. He squints. You sound guilty. We start texting each other in code. Report A done equals miss you. Need meeting equals wanna grab lunch. Works for about 3 hours, until she accidentally sends miss you to the team chat. Thread explodes. Someone types, is report A spicy? HR immediately replies, please stay on topic. Wednesday. Office printer breaks. Catherine and I both go to fix it. Too close, smells too good, brain melting. We almost kiss before realizing the entire IT team is right behind us. IT guy. Oh, so that's why the printer's overheating. We pretend to laugh it off. Dying inside. Friday, company coffee break. We sit on opposite sides of table, acting casual. Co-workers gossiping. One says, you know, Catherine's been smiling a lot lately. Another adds, and Anon hasn't complained once this week. Entire table slowly turns to look at us. Catherine. What? Me. Yeah, what? Both blushing like teenagers caught by parents. Later that day, boss calls us into office. So, you two wouldn't happen to be dating, would you? We both. No! In perfect synchronization, he raises eyebrow. Then why did you just answer like a synchronized couple? Silence. We're done for. Boss sighs. Look, just don't let it mess with your work. HR already knows. We both stare. How? He smiles. HR knows everything? As we leave his office, Catherine mutters, so much for secret. I grin. At least we don't have to hide anymore. She smirks. Good. Because I'm done pretending not to like you. Later that week. We walk into office holding hands. Dave claps slowly. Someone yells, finally! Catherine bows dramatically, me hiding face and hands. And just like that, our secret relationship becomes office entertainment of the month. Company decides to celebrate team bonding, aka picnic day at the park. Everyone brings snacks, beer, bad frisbee skills. Catherine insists on packing everything perfectly. Picnic blanket, color coordinated, sandwiches, labeled, me, mostly there for emotional support and chips. We get to the park. Coworkers instantly turn it into chaos. Jake from accounting tries to grill and nearly sets napkins on fire. Dave brings Bluetooth speaker, plays 2000s pop non-stop. Catherine rolls her eyes, sits next to me under tree. Remind me why we work with these people. Free food and health insurance. Of course, office can't resist teasing us. Hey lovebirds, when's the wedding? Catherine deadpan. After the next quarterly report. Everyone laughs. Me. I can't tell if that's a joke or a threat. Halfway through picnic. Catherine's in sundress, hair down, laughing. I realize she's the same person who once replaced my stapler with Jell-O. And now she's mine. Life weird. We play frisbee. She accidentally nails me in the face. Entire office applauds. She yells, Karma! Love hurts, but it's funny. Later, sunset. Everyone's tired, full, lying on grass. Boss gives small speech about teamwork. Coworkers cheer, raise cups. Catherine leans against me. You know, this all started because I hated your coffee mug. And now you steal it every morning. It's called progress. We just sit there. Park lights flicker on, laughter in background. She takes my hand, squeezes. I'm glad we stopped fighting. Me too. You're much better as my girlfriend than my nemesis. Debatable! We laugh. Dave yells from distance. Hey, Anon! HR says no. PDA. Catherine smirks, kisses me anyway. Office erupts in cheers.